A very good morning to you all. This is Block 12 and this is the discussion video of Indian Renaissance. So as you know, in the discussion video, we are going to discuss about worksheets, practice question and additional question. So let us start with the discussion of S1, Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Here comes your first question. Write whether the following statements about Indian society before the reform movements are true or false. A is widows were burnt alive on the funeral pyre of their husbands. That is true. B. The so called lower caste people were allowed to enter temples. False. C. Widows were allowed to remarry. False. Animals were sacrificed to please the god. True. Come to second one. Fill in the table by writing one social, religious, and educational reform each of Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. In social reforms by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, sati was banned. In religious reforms, encouraged teaching of Vedas. Educational reform opened colleges which combined traditional learning with Western education. Now come to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. In social reforms, he encouraged widow remarriage. In religious reforms, he opposed caste discrimination. And in educational reforms, being the principal, he admitted non-Brahmins as student in his school. Now come to the third one. Write one way to remove any one social evil existing in our society today. So by making people aware about the demerits of social evil, that social evils are not good at all, by making them broad-minded, open-hearted to all. Like this, we can remove social evil that is spread in our society. Now come to the next one. S2, Dayanand Saraswati and Swami Vivekanand. Write the name of the reformer. He said, go back to Vedas. Dayanand Saraswati. B. He started the DAV school at Lahore. Lala Hansraj. Now come to the second one. Write one reform in each category for the two reformers. In social reformer, Swami Vivekananda, he opposed caste system, economic inequalities in society. In religious, gave message to the world to respect all the religion. In educational reform, he promoted education for overall development. In Dayanand Saraswati, social reform, women education and widow remarriage. In religious reforms, study of Vedas. He promoted study of Vedas and forbid idol worship. In educational reforms, followers established DAV. Got it? Write two differences and one similarity between Swami Vivekanand and Dayanand Saraswati. Differences were Dayanand Saraswati was against idol worship and Vivekanand promoted unity in all religion. Second difference is Dayanand Saraswati's he promoted traditional Indian learning along with Western education. And Vivekanand said that education should be included all those studies which are necessary for all around development of body, mind, and soul. And what was the similarity in both? They both opposed caste system. Now come to the reforms in Western and Southern India. Name any one reformer from each region and list one contribution of each. First one I had written Mahadev Govind Ranade. He founded Pratna Sabha, abolished child marriage and polygamy, In South India, I had written Kandukuri Veer Salingam. He founded Rajamundri Association that worked for girls' education and widow remarriage. Now come to the second one. Write the similarities and differences between the reform movements in Western India and Southern India in the given Venn diagram. So, in the reform movement in Western India, it promoted intercaste marriage. Reform movement in South India, Devdasi system was abolished. They tried to abolish Devdasi system. What was the similarity? Similarity was both opposed caste system. They prefer widow remarriage and girls education. Got it? Now the third one. What would have been the condition of our society without the reforms brought about by the reformers? Write any 2 points. You can write your own points, whatever you think that is better. First point I had written, the condition of girls would be more miserable as they might not get education. Second one, the society might be more orthodox towards others. Now, open your practice question so that we can start that. Here comes the first practice question. Fill in the blanks. So, A1 is Raja Ram Mohan Roy set up Brahma Sabha, which later came to be known as Brahma Samaj. B. Bentinck banned the practice of sati in 1829. C1. Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar helped Drinkwater Bethune to open the Hindu Balika Vidyalaya, the first Indian school for girls in Calcutta for imparting secular education. D. The Widow Remarriage Act was passed by Dalhousie in 1856. Now come to the second one. Write any 2 ways in which you think the status of women improved in our society as compared with that in the 19th century. So, first of all, girls are getting education and in a large extent child marriage has been stopped. These are the 2 ways. Now, the religious orthodoxy leads to social evil. Justify the statement. Religion is a great issue in our country. Everyone faiths his religion, and every religion has its own beliefs. When any one or more beliefs affect any class of that particular religion, that class may be girls, women, poor section, and poor section can be included economically poor or socially poor. If it affect them negatively, then it becomes a social evil. Now match the columns. Ramakrishna Mission, Religious Tolerance and Universal Brotherhood. DAV, Lala Hansraj. Satya Prakash, Dayanand Saraswati. Chicago Speech, Swami Vivekanand. Now come to the next one. What were the reforms idea of Swami Vivekanand? Swami Vivekanand believed in unity of all religion. He spread message of brotherhood and respecting of all religions. He appealed to Indians to work for their own upliftment rather than depending on outside help. He also said um, or promoted religious harmony, selfless social service, the spread of education, and the removal of social inequalities he worked for. He said that education is necessary for the all around development of the body, mind, and soul. He believed that education builds character and helps people to be independent. Now, come to the sixth question. Dayananda Saraswati said that education should combine traditional Indian studies and Western scientific studies. Do you agree with him? Why? Okay, according to me, yes. In this way, we will not be apart from our Indian culture, and when it is mixed with Western scientific studies, it will make us advance and come together with the world. Now, answer in one word or phrase. Who founded Satya Shodhak Samaj? Mahatma Phule. What is the practice of marrying a daughter to the deity or the temple called Devdasi? Who was called Lok Hitwadi? Gopal Hari Deshmukh. Now tell me, how have the conditions of widows improved as compared to their condition in the 19th century? Widows get permission to remarry, and the views of people also changed towards the widow. That changed or improved the condition of widows in society. Now come to the question number 9. Why does the practice of killing infant girls existing in India even today suggest one step that the government should take to abolish it? People still think girls as a burden, as dowry system exists in the society today, and people need to collect maximum amount of money for their marriage. This may be the reason for girl infant sorry killing of infant girls. The what the step government should take, government should give harsh punishment to those who kill infant girls. Now come to the question number 10. Why does the practice of killing infant sorry how can scientific studies help our society to progress? Scientific studies make us technological advance, open minded, make people free from prejudices, and people will work for society and country. Got it? Now come to the additional question. Fill in the blanks. The Zoroastrian religion in India are known as Parsis, the people who follow Zoroastrian. The main aim of Parsi reform movement were to fight the orthodox practice of the Parsi religion and modernizing the Parsi society according to Western idea. Now see, Dada Bhai Nauroji published Rashtra Goftar. D. Sorabji Bengali was a Parsi reformer. Write any true contribution of each organization. Brahma Samaj. Brahma Samaj abolished sati. It worked for untouchability. It provided girls education, and it supported widow remarriage. Ved Samaj. It opposed child marriage, caste system, and killing of infant girls. Why is Raja Ram Mohan Roy also known as the maker of modern India? Raja Ram Mohan Roy banned sati system, that was very cruel system in India. He opened many schools and colleges. that led to the education for all, and it make our society literate. Why do you think it was mostly men that are known for the social reforms of the 19th century? At that time, men had the opportunity to go outside to get education. They were well aware about the social condition. That's why those who were kind hearted, they raised their voice against the social evils. The Indian Renaissance has helped the socially, economically backward people, explained using two examples. In Society of India, girls, women were socially weak as they were not active participants in school, college, or in any social function, or even at home also. They were not free to take any decision, even at home. Uh, Economically, lower caste, so called lower caste, were weak as they used to do all menial work for that they got very less money or treated very badly. So the voice in favor of them was raised by the reforms. Okay, now sixth one. Sri Narayan Guru established the SNDP Yogam on the principle of one caste, one religion, one God. What is the significance of this principle in modern society? If this principle is adopted by all, then this principle will increase the feeling of oneness among the humans so the crime and intolerance may lessen in the society and everybody may live happily. I hope you will match your answers and prepare this block for your revision in the evening. You will get your paper in the evening. Thank you and have a nice day.